headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and said away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family. From a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my God, but when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Slave for you. Whipping hard no less, never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest, till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god mess. Whole place, more tests, more blessed. Dug deep down trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my God, but when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and said away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family. From a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my God, but when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Minds ain't really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm a slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mass hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Whole life never when I knew not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours. Steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. I'm full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Minds ain't really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and it away. I ain't f***ing okay. I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at Signature Esports. It's a pleasure to have you live and in charge for a little fun, a little entertainment, a little everything that you could ever ask for. It is Cat Out of Green, presented by Lunatic Designs and all the fine folks that knock things out of the park. It is a huge day in racing when it comes to the Sim 500 racing series here. Live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. It's going to be a ton of fun. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves out there. Drivers going to get out there and warm up prior to the start of this race and prior to the absolute advantage that I think somebody's going to have. I don't know. We'll see how it works out because this is one of the best racetracks, the Brickyard, here for Week 12. It's going to be Indianapolis Motor Speedway, WBD Diecast Truck Series, presented by Sim 500, and all the fine folks over there. 65 laps and no fast repair. They do have 3 sets of tires, not 4 sets of tires, as I would say out there. They're only going to need 3 sets of tires if they're going to need it. 2 attempts at a green-white checkered for this series here in Week 12. The stock car oval, quad oval, 4 different turns, a whole lot of straightaway speed, and just a whole lot to be said for this racetrack. 2.5 mile lengths in racing, 131 degrees on the track temperature. It's spicy out there. 83 degrees on the air temperature, 30% humidity, partly cloudy skies, and a 1 mile an hour wind. So it's going to be nice, cool, calm, and collected. We're going to see what these drivers are going to have up and be in store for this one. Go to sim500.com if you want to be a part of this series. Of course, and always, we love to see everybody out there knocking it out of the park. LaRue, part of the Sim 500 Racing Series. You're going to see the LaRue GT3 Series tomorrow night here on Signature Esports. It's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you to Budgie out there. Much love to you, my dear. I appreciate you as always. I know that you gave me a big well wishes. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. It is a huge set of tasks. It's going to be an absolute blast of, racing proportion. Slippery corners, long straightaways, everything you could ask for. We thank you very much. Thank you to everybody for being out there, for doing it. It's all good. It is going to be a fantastic day. Terry James, thank you for liking the stream. Jeremiah Bremer, thank you for following us out there on Facebook. You can follow us on any platform, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. It's going to be huge. We've got a good look at what we can do, and it's going to be insane. We're going to have a charity race coming up here at the beginning of the I think toward the end of the year, the beginning of the year. We're going to see how that's going to work out. Every one of these drivers in here are absolutely fantastic. I want to take a look at kind of where the WBD Diecast stands right now when it comes to the series standings. Currently, Dakota Long leads the point standings over Mike Kelly by 1 point. Cody Johnson, Chad Coleman trailing just a little bit there, 15 and 16 respectively to the race leaders. That's your third, fourth, and your fifth place driver in the standings right now. Sean Macklin trailing by 25 points. So, anything can happen. Anything can and will happen. It depends on the racing surface you get. We've got 2 races left of the regular season. Then we're going to have basically 5 races between now and the end of this series. It's going to go all the way to the round of 12. The chase is going to start. Top 12 drivers are going to be working their way into it. It'll be Atlanta, then Arlington, then Iowa. They're going to have an off week for, of course, the birthday week, which is Thanksgiving week. And then December 4th and December 11th will be the final couple of races for the Sim 500 Truck Series. I'm excited to see where this one's going to go and where it's going to present itself. I want to thank all of our sponsors, of course, over here at Signature Esports. We appreciate everybody being out there, giving all the sweet little action. One of those, of course, we do have a driver cam. I think they're going to have to. I think the driver cam was working a little bit earlier, but it's not working now. I'm not quite sure what's going on with it, so we'll have to manage it and try to take care of it and try to do what we can. So, but Beef Jerky Unlimited gets all of our driver cams, and of course, and always, I want to thank everybody for always tuning in and showing up. We'll get rid of that. Mandaroon Racing, Shop Racing, part of Signature Esports and all that we do over there. Of course, we want to make sure that we thank Dark Horizon Fishing, and of course, always CNL Carpets for being a part of it. We have affiliations with NordVPN, and of course, Factor, and our good friends over at National TV Sales and Rental, giving us a ton of fun and ton of alluring things. Key to the Lunatic is the Lunatic Designs. So you check out my Discord, you're going to be able to make sure that you get out there and showcase the. You can click on his link tree in my Discord under the sponsor section. We are working on our 2025 sponsor segments as well. We have 2 sponsors that are already still a part of the 2025 season. That's going to be Lunatic Design, CNL Carpets. And we're going to be working towards getting 6 more sponsors for the series, for our live broadcasts and our iRacing streams and our podcast, of course. And that is all so that we can build another system. And that's what it is. So our second PC is up and running. We got to get the main PC back up to where it is. So thank you very much, Budgie, for putting the Discord out there for everybody. That's where you're going to be. I like it. I appreciate it. You can join our Discord just to kind of get out there and have some fun, and also game with us and, do the cool things that we do out there. We are going to get to it. It is that time. As your starting grid presented by Sim 500 Esports Racing Leagues out there. I like what these... What Sim 500 is doing out there. I really do. JD is going to be your pole sitter here. Bobby Wessel, your outside pole sitter. Mark Jorgensen Jr., Tyler Dalton going to make up row number 2. Justin Fuller, Brent Bentley Glazier is going to be out there, row number 3. Cody Johnson, Sean Macklin in row number 4. Chad Coleman, Jason Karlavage is going to be out there, row number 5. Tommy Ryan, Bryson Myers in row number 6. Row 7 will be Seth Foudy, Brian Macklin. Row 8 will be Jatina and Nelson Rivera. Then we've got Doy Woods, Jeff Ryan in row number 9. Row 10 will be Randy Yoakum and Wesley Donaldson. Barry Stevens, Gabriel Sanchez there in row 11. Row 12 will be EJ O'Rourke and Jose Gonzalez. Row 13, Mike Kelly, Josh Parker, Marsky, and Joe Hudson will make up row number 14. Garrett Austin and Brian Wortman will be there, row number 15. Doug Sigmund, Gerald Livingston will be there, row 16. Ryan Newman, and of course, Gary Wright there, row 17. And then Sean Anderson, your final driver out there. Good to see you all out there. Hope you're all having a wonderful night. It is a great day to be iRacing. We thank everybody for doing the deed. Thank you, Pudgy. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody being out there everywhere we are. Of course, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. If you haven't done so, like, share, follow, subscribe, do all the cool stuff that is iRacing, and be a part of what we have going on, because I'm telling you, absolutely a blast to be able to be doing this each and every week. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. Sim 500 Racing Leagues, ready to rock and roll. Thank you to the Sim 500 for the shares as well. Wednesday night, WBD Diecast Customs Fall Truck Series. Again, if you want to do it, there's links in the description on Facebook and YouTube if you want to get out there. Sim500.com if you're on Twitch. But it is time. The brickyard. The moment. The life. The stream. Full send. And all that jazz. We're ready. I'm ready. You're ready. Let's go racing for 65 laps. Green flag. Let's go from the Budgie Bird out there. Is our fantastic moderator out there in the land that is Twitch Living. Appreciate you here. 265, your top 20 scrolling right now. 46 out front. Bobby Wessel's going to be in a close second. Mark Jorgensen Jr. in third. Right now, the drivers have not changed any part of what they have going on. They're going to be just continuing to press forward. Bentley Glazier is going to be off 1. Karlavage is going to be up 4. And this racetrack is very tough to pass on the long haul. We'll see about that 25 to 30 lap mark. We'll see maybe 32, 33 laps if these drivers can split this race in half. They're going to try to split this race in half right now. A little bit of single file action as they go, as we'll see Bryson Myers working 53.96, fastest lap of the race. About an hour and 5 minutes of racing is what you're going to get out of this racetrack. It's pretty typical when it comes to having the lap times, and we're seeing a lot of drivers needing a few more spots. Chad Coleman, one of those drivers, still working. Tommy Ryan off 1. Seth Foudy back into the mix. Good to see Seth out there. We appreciate the fan. Drivers getting into the corners. I'm telling you, one of the best things about this is being able to turn into it. Right now, 0.3 of a second difference here for JD. 46 out front. Gerald Livingston working forward. Gerald had a good, strong practice, and we're seeing him move forward. WBD Diecast. Sim 500 WBD Diecast on Facebook. We'll be able to track down some of what's going on here. Seeing a little bit of This track is super loud today, so we have to having to make some adjustments on a couple of cameras here. One of the things that if you want a custom diecast of one of your paint schemes here, I encourage you to go check out WBD Diecast. You can find all of their social media accounts on the Sim 500 Racing website, but you can also get out there and you can search them in your social media bars. You can find them on Facebook. WBD Diecast, one of the best in the business when it comes to a 3/4 of a second lead for the 46 as Bobby Wetzel holds on to second. Tyler Dalton, that'll work forward. Josh Parker, Jeff Ryan going back and forth back here. Want to go back to it. Jeff Ryan back a couple of spots. There's Joe Hudson on the bottom side. The 81 of Josh Parker, consistently one of the drivers that has a tendency to be the biggest mover of the race. Flies in front of the 78 of Barry Stevens. Barry Stevens seeing the 49 challenge on the bottom side. Tires are everything, but the 81 a little bit free there. It's one of those things about this racetrack. You definitely know that you can get free at any moment. Turn 2 and turn 4, the biggest trouble on the racing surface, but you kind of want to be a little bit free to be able to turn the corner. Eight of Sean Macklin up to 8th, or in 8th where he started. There's Cody Johnson right behind. See Johnson run a little bit behind, but chance to save some tires. This is one of those things. Once you get into the rhythm, you kind of have to do it. Jet Tina's going to be up 1 at 14th. 14th and 14th. The 14 and 14th, if you speak that correctly. Faldy just ahead. Tommy Ryan again off 1 to the 99, trying to work forward. Bryson Myers up 2. Biggest mover of the race right now. Joe Hudson up 5 spots to 23rd. As the 81 is just ahead up 4. Mike Kelly up 4 as well. There's Mike looking to try to nab a regular season championship. Next week, that regular season does end at Talladega. The Super Speedway is going to be the one that decides it all, gets it all rolling. Error. Oh, thank you, Budgie. Much love. I just saw your message. I was like, wait a minute. Hopefully we're going to go. I want to make sure I thank Mason Oswald, Freaky Fast Broadcasting, and a couple of others that just followed me on TikTok. You can follow me on TikTok at Signature Esports out there. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to get out there and I need to put up. Budgie's giving me so many clips. It's unreal. Jorgensen up a spot. Bobby Wetzel in the 9 truck. Dropping back just a little bit. JD extends his lead here. 46 running JD graphics on the front and the back and the hood. And pretty much everything that you see there is what it is. Sim500.com. Again, thank you to Sim500 for being a part of what we do. Tyler Dalton managing Justin Fuller. Right behind. 4 Chevys lead 2 Toyotas. Bentley Glazier's going to be in that one as well. Here's what your favorite drivers are driving right now as we go into the green flag zone. First forward in the field is going to be Chad Coleman. Back to 10th here as Carl Lavage is going to be up in that Toyota. Sits in 6th, up 4 spots. A couple of drivers doing a few different things here. Battle on the front straightaway. We're seeing the 18 get a little bit of screen time there, but back just a little bit further, just ahead of Seth Foudy. There's Tommy Ryan moving back forward. There's Bryson Myers in that. He's got the 24 on the paint scheme. He's a 5 on your relative when it comes to the vehicle number. So you can keep that. You can keep that looking forward. I'll have to double check and The refresh trading paints one more time for the drivers just to make sure that we're good to go. You'll see the vehicles go blank here for just a moment. Tommy Ryan right behind. Bryson Myers up 1 at 11. Doy Woods up 2. Brian Macklin just behind. A lot to be said for all these drivers and a whole showcase. Strength of field tonight, 3.1K. Seeing drivers all over the spectrum. Cody B. Johnson, 78.35. The lowest I rating we have in here. Gary Wright back here, 614. But everything in between, love to see it. Love to see the class of the field doing exactly what they can. Sean Anderson out there out of the race. There's Ryan Newman here in the Pepto-Bismol Racing Machine, 85. Continue to press forward. And a little bit of extra action here for Newman. Doug Sigmund is going to be up in the 04. B-class license on the 85. See how that 4 is going to fare out. JD out front, 1.5 second to Mark Jorgensen Jr. 88 continue to roll forward. Barry Stevens having a little bit more luck back there as well. He is making some passes. Gabriel Sanchez, again, back and forth with him as well. We'll go back to what these two are doing. 65 to the inside. A little free for the 78. Barry Stevens off 10. He looked like he was having a good battle there with the 65. Sanchez off 8 from the start of the race onto the front straightaway. There's the 11th lap being completed. Gerald Livingston up 3. He's got the back bumper of Garrett Austin just ahead. Austin in the 34 little PBR Racing Machine as Marski just ahead right where he started. And Brian Wertman racing for souls at number 74. Lots to be said. Mr. Davis, I hope you're having a good night. Appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you very much. You'll see the AMP Racing Series very soon. Sunday night. That is going to be a ton of fun this week. They had Martinsville this past weekend. That was turned out to be a pretty darn good race. I like the end of the race. It was a good end of the race. It was huge. Okay, it was huge. Yeah. 5-1. Bobby Wetzel, Gary Wright coming to pit road, or kind of coming to pit road. Wasn't meaning to come to pit road. I think he might have just gotten a little bit free. We'll take a look. This is at turn 4. Yeah. Oh, looked like Newman got free. So some right side damage for the 85. Still working. Hold on to your butt, says the Budgie Bird. Mark Jorgensen Jr. getting a little bit faster here and playing catch up to the 46. 46 out of the corner, a little bit free. 12 of 65 being completed. Want to check on Bryson Myers. I refreshed his paint, but the 24 still showing up what it is. 3,000 I-rated driver. JD to Jorgensen. Bobby Wetzel carrying the last back straightaway, getting into turn 3. 5-1 to the back bumper. Newman coming to pit road. Simulator time for the old 85. JD will put a lap down. Right side damage can do a lot. If you know what I mean. It really can. Really, really big, tight pack. You ain't lying. For the best right now, Chad Coleman off 1 from the start of the race, trying to work on the inside of the 25. That's Bentley Glazier, who was trying to work. 5 drop it in, running the 24 on the relative there. Chad Coleman to Glazier. A bump from Myers. Myers behind. Into the corner, seeing these two continue to try to press forward. Chad Coleman having to work on that. Battle for the lead. Heating up. It's Jorgensen Jr. is in tow of JD to the 46. Wetzel still has Justin Fuller just behind. Karlovich. Jorgensen to the lead. Crossover, 46 sliding up. Out, turn 1. Up near the wall. Jorgensen Jr. sees the 46 in tow. Now 15 laps complete. New leader down to the back straightaway. JD trying to hold on to what he has here as they continue to press. We'll see if Jorgensen can try to step away from the 46. Bobby Wetzel holding on to the race line. 5-1 down to the bottom. Tires turning out of the race line. 9 a little bit free there, but he's fine. Bobby continuing to press forward. Justin Fuller in tow. Straightaway is right where it belongs. There's the Great Lakes Brewing. Number 9. Clutched in just a little bit there. Drivers trying to save fuel. I do believe Jorgensen Jr. caught JD, and that's one of the things I was going to question is whether or not somebody was going to save fuel here getting around this racetrack because they can be so close on fuel. It's not even funny. Brian Rinker giving us a like. Thank you very much. Mr. Davis, much love to you. Baji, give us some love to Diesel out there. Thank you very much, dear. Appreciate you for the gifted sub. Diesel, welcome back. Newman leaving pit road. Going to be a couple of laps down. Gets 3 minutes of that damage worked on. Going to get out there and put some time. Hashtag time in. 88 free at a turn. Number 1. Turn 2. Busy to the back straightaway. Tires down to the rimble strip. Up and out. 1/8 of a second difference here. Bobby Wetzel. Justin Fuller. Trying to work with what they have. (17 of 65). Check in through the drivers. Mike Kelly of 9 spots. Josh Parker of 9 spots. Joe Hudson of 9 spots. A lot of big movers early on. Gerald Livingston here, the Canadian, in that Toyota. Working where he is. Brian Macklin coming to pit road. Getting the pit stop taken care of. Jorgensen Jr. 1.2 second difference. Here's JD. Sees that second group catching up. Bobby Wetzel back to 5th. Off 3 from the start of the race, but keep your eyes on him. Don't count him out to any point of this race. A little bit free out of the corner of turn 4. That straightaway, an absolute legendary corner. I love the straightaway here. At the grandest of racetracks, it is the beautiful Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Fuller about 1.7 seconds back from JD. JD's your pole sitter. Off 1 from the start of the race. Had a good lap time. He's been caught up in a couple of things over the last couple of weeks. When he finds himself inside the top 5, he kind of just gets himself. I don't know if it's something happens or gets close to the top 10 and falls in his lap. So it's good to see him qualify well this week. Let's see what kind of finish he's going to be able to get, to be able to talk to the one of the oldest members of the Sim 500 series. JD's been a part of it since the very beginning, since its inception. and has gotten himself back in the mix. Took a little bit of break from what I understand, and has come back and joined the Truck Series. He's been here for several weeks now, and good to see. A little bit slideways out of the corner. Good little wiggle out of him, though. Side by side back here as the 18 looks to the inside of Bobby. Big shove coming from Cody Johnson. As Bobby's going to be put in a sucker spot right now. Bobby Wetzel will be dropping into the corner. Again, you got to think about this on what drivers are doing. Is Bobby saving fuel? Backing up the corner, saving a little bit of tire. Right now, Jorgensen has a 2-second lead. Justin Fuller saving a little bit as well. He's going to be in that draft zone very soon. He continues to run his lap times the way he is. 57.26 last lap for JD. 56.73 for Justin Fuller. Your race leader, 56.74. A little bit of clean air, doing himself some justice. Karlovich is going to be up a total of 6 spots here in 4th. His last lap, 57.02. Not necessarily catching Jorgensen, but he is catching a little bit of air right behind a lot of drivers running 57.2s. Wetzel, 57.7. Tyler Dalton and Myers as well. Doing a good job. Tommy Ryan back to 11th. Seth Foudy's going to be up 1 spot. Glazier off 7. Might be trying to work his way forward. How about Mike Kelly here? JD coming to pit road. Trying to make this one in 2 stages here. Not a bad idea. You can do that. 22 is the lap that is being completed. So if you need 2 pit stops on this race, I was doing the mileage and I was looking at the mileage. I'm seeing that as well. Coming to pit road. Will we see a new race leader? Justin Fuller working. I try to make sure I keep track of my notes, and I tell you what, folks, I didn't keep track of my notes for Indianapolis. They can run about 25 laps typically, but depending on who you are, if you want clean air, like someone like Jorgensen here, going to be having to do what he can. Mike Kelly came to pit road just before. Joe Hudson's on pit road as well. So we're going to see a lot of drivers here try to keep themselves in that fuel range. But if you think about it here, he had 65 laps in this one, so another pit stop to go. Justin Fuller, Karlovich is going to be up here, up 8 spots now. Parker up 12. This is a cycle to move forward. Seth Foudy, Jatina's coming to pit road. Justin Fuller rolling. That's exactly right, Budgie. Parker in the 81 up 15 spots. The cycle is on. Foudy, Jantina to get their laps here. Jorgensen coming around. Be just outside of that stretch, but 2 seconds the difference between he and JD. Jantina, Seth Foudy coming off pit road. This is going to be that time. Joey had a great pit stop there. Seth losing about 2 seconds on that one. I think he may have just that little 2-second repair. We'll see. I think he really has gotten anything. So if he might have just sat 2 extra seconds there to be behind Joey there. Tommy Ryan moving back forward up 5. Bobby Wetzel off 5. Sees the 38 to the back bumper. 19 there as well. Chad Coleman, Tyler Dalton, Newman coming to pit lane. On lap Newman back out there. He was a little bit free. Now we're seeing him work. Be a few laps down. Justin Fuller, Jason in the 60. Sean Macklin in the 18. Toyotas go 1, 2, 3. Cody Johnson just behind. Cody Johnson looking for another solid finish throughout this season. Cody Johnson sitting third in the point standings. Needs 15 points this race. Over the driver he is trying to win over, and that's going to be Dakota Long. Dakota not in today's race. He said he was going to be missing this race, so going to make the top 12 to be able to balance things out, to be able to be competing for a championship here in this series. Driver stretching this race all the way out to 26 laps here. And we'll start seeing who has saved enough. Fuller, Karlevich, Sean Macklin, Cody Johnson, Bryson Myers, JD, and Mark Jorgensen back at that 25th, 26th spot. Joe Hudson just ran his fastest lap of the race, 54.34. Harry Stevens, first driver off the lead lap, just behind this big pack. Came off pit road where he needed to. He's got a little bit fresher tire. Trying to work on the inside of Joe Nelson. Sorry, not Joe Nelson. No. I'm saying Joe, and I'm thinking Nelson. Nelson Rivera there in the 22. He is behind Josh Parker, up 16 spots. The 81, very much a contender for the Roberge Award of the Year. Good racing so far. If you're watching on YouTube, I encourage you to check out and make sure that you are putting yourself into that 1440p marker. Bryson Myers up 7. As we've seen the cycle come here. JD came in on lap 21, 22 for Jorgensen. Mike Kelly came in on 22. 4 seconds back. He came in on 23. Joe Hudson again 22. Seth Foudy in on 23. We've seen the 28 lap cycle. Drivers saved a lot of fuel early. And we'll see if this one is going to spread itself out. Two-and-a-half mile length track. 28 laps is what we've seen out of super speedways. 28 to 30 laps. We usually see on the super speedways and the iRacing officials, they usually run 25 lappers, I do believe, in the trucks. But one of the things I will say, and this will mention this will date me a little bit. The driver that I've seen to save the most fuel on this racetrack is our good friend Charles Van Scoik of Goat Racing Diecast. I watched him save 3 laps of fuel on this racing surface with limited fuel in a league at one point. And he ended up being, because of the fuel cycle and the way things worked and how much he saved, he won the race by 41 seconds to second. It was crazy. And all because he saved fuel. And I mean, he saved a ton of fuel. Chad Coleman working. We'll see 30 laps here. Coleman all the way to the bottom side. 78 there as well. Coleman trying to work around the 78. 78's going to have a little bit fresher tire and the turn in here. So everybody going. Checking what's happening. JD all the way back up to 22nd now, as Garrett Austin, the driver, just ahead of him. Jorgensen Jr. has caught the pace of the 46. Finds himself in a good spot here. Justin Fuller trying to make it halfway, trying to save enough. Again, trying to make this one pit stop. A one pit stop race is pretty darn fantastic if they can do it. (51-60-18). Cody Johnson up 3. Bryson Myers is going to be up 7. Tommy Ryan up 5. So again, 16 spots gained here. Gary Wright coming to pit road. 35 in. The 2400 I-rated driver. Going to lap 18. Going to do what he can. 30 of 65. They got to make it through 33 and then come to pit road. 4/10 of a second difference here. Budgie giving one to Malenko. Much love. That's our good friend Chris. Oh, Chris Justice. Look at that. Bryson Myers up 7. Josh Parker, your biggest mover of the race still. Brian Wertman up 11. Gerald Livingston up 11. I'm hearing a lot of saving happening right now. Clean race through and through so far. Sanchez coming to pit road. Garrett Austin on pit road. He'll be leaving pit road as we speak. Bryson Myers coming to pit road. This is where drivers will cycle. You got to remember that if they're going to cycle, they're going to have to run all the way to the front again. And we'll have to keep our eye on the drivers trying to have a 2 pit stop race. Joey Jatina is going to be up to 25th. Seth Bowdy intel behind Joe Hudson to the 49. Hudson Kimmett on 22. So some drivers trying a 2 pit stop strategy. strategy. And a couple of other drivers trying to do something different. There it is, through 33. Justin Fuller going. Coleman coming to pit road. The road speed limit should be around the 55 to 60 miles an hour. Should see these drivers tackle that one. Fuller, Karlavich, Sean Macklin, Cody Johnson, Tommy Ryan, Bobby Wetzel. My question is with the way this race is right now, my notes being what they are, with the way these trucks work and how much fuel you can save to be able to make it a 1 pit stop race. Kind of how it works. Somebody had an off track. JD up to 15th. Jorgensen in tow. There's the 3 on the outside. That's Jeff Ryan. Jeff very solid right now as the 88 tries to close in. Now, Cody Johnson leads this lap, saves an extra lap of fuel. Bobby Wetzel in tow. Fall off for the drivers about 3 seconds across the field. Some drivers running about 4 seconds. Bobby Wetzel coming around is going to have a 7-second deficit right now. Back to second where he started. EJ O'Rourke's going to be in third. JD and Mark Jorgensen. 8.3 second deficit between those drivers. And there was a big blink there. I don't know what happened. Johnson to pit road. Wetzel coming around will come to pit road as well. JD and Jorgensen coming back around. They're going to be just ahead of a few drivers, and the lone 2 will see a big gap. And we'll see if they try to split this one once again and work their way in. Mark Jorgensen Jr. Here's the 46. He goes to the lead. As the field comes to pit road, Mike Kelly. Mike is doing a great job of maximizing the points right now. He needs them. Jatina is going to be right behind Joe Hudson, Seth Foudy, Justin Fuller. coming around 1 and 2. 22.5 second gap between he and Jorgensen. Justin Fuller came in on 33. Bryson Myers in on 31. Chad Coleman just ran his fastest lap of the race. And all he has to do is run 30 laps, 30 clean laps. New tires for some drivers here as Cody Johnson will lead the bottom of the racetrack. So the first of the green flag pit cycle is complete. We're going to throw it on exciting. I'm going to take a hydrate break and be right back with you in just a moment. These drivers are kicking butt and taking names. Trying to click a button. I can't click buttons. Good to see you all out there again. Back at it here as I've refreshed my vocalness. WBD Diecast giving you 24 laps to go. JD back to pit road as we'll see the last of the green flag pit stops for the drivers who wanted to see a 2 pit stop strategy. Kelly, 9 seconds back. Seth Foudy working on it as well. We have about 4 drivers still left out in the field. Jorgensen coming to pit road. He is going to do what he can here. Jantina, Seth Foudy, Mike Kelly doing what they can. Justin Fuller cycling his way forward. That's one of the things you want to see out of this too. Jantina coming to pit road. Seth Foudy's going to lead this lap. He's going to lead this time by. Cody Johnson leading the group inside for the 35. Johnson came in on 34. Carl Lavage came in on 33. Sean Macklin in tow. Thank you, Diesel. Much love to you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you to Budgie for giving it. RB, giving us some big old love out there. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. Make sure that you get out there and you follow Diesel. If you're out there on the Twitch channel, I appreciate you. Make sure you stick around at the end. We want to rate out. Always want to make sure that we rate out and give everybody some love. Mike Kelly leaving pit road. Jantita's leaving pit road as well. Garrett Austin coming around is going to be up to speed. As he came in on lap 30, 42 for a couple of these drivers. Joe Hudson just ran the fastest lap of the race, a 53.88. Fastest by about a 1/10.5 over Cody Johnson. 2 1/4 between he and Carl Lavage. Sean Macklin's going to be back to 4. Justin Fuller still out there. Fuller, your race leader, ahead by 2 seconds over Cody Johnson. Justin Fuller trying to get himself back to victory lane here. Just behind him, Marski was going to try to make it into the GT3s tomorrow, but won't be able to. Hopefully, you can make the Sunday LMS race. That'd be awesome. They've got some good Sunday stuff going on. I have a broadcast that's going to be coming up Sunday night after the AMP Racing Series. It's going to be the we're going to be doing a little Pro 4 trucks. I don't even know what track it is. I posted it in my Discord. Let me look again. Oh, the Spring Madness Series is going to do something cool, and we always like seeing the cool stuff. What track are they doing? I have to look. They're going to be doing I don't know. They have the Pro 4s. That'd be cool. Little dirt road series. 1.6 second deficit between Justin Fuller and Cody Johnson. Johnson out of there making it work. That GT3 series tomorrow is going to be a ton of fun. Going to be a blast. Fuller doing what he can. We're seeing a few drivers. JD back to 22nd here. Mike Kelly on the back straightaway. 9 seconds to deficit between he and, or 8 1/4 seconds deficit between he and JD. Mike just ran his fastest lap of the race at 54.14. Jorgensen Jr. just ran at 53.75. He is the 20th with 20 laps to go. He's got a 27.5 second gap to catch up here. For a lot of the drivers right now, just over a second. Cody Johnson's fastest lap of the race at 53.96. His last lap bettering Justin Fuller by 3/10 of a second, and right now 1.1 second deficit, as you see. Marski down the front straightaway. Going to see the 08 to the inside. Cody Johnson, Justin Fuller. 19 laps to go. 1 1/4. Fuller backing up the corner. Cody Johnson out of the corner, gets clear of Marski. Here's Carl Lavage right there. Bryson Myers coming to pit road. So a 2 pit stop race again. Apologies about my numbers when it comes to this one. I knew they could save fuel. They could save early and be able to make enough laps to be able to make this a good race toward the end. Cody Johnson, 1 2/10 of a second difference here. Ryan Newman, several laps down back here. We'll see. We'll see a little bit free out of the corner here in this truck. Here at Austin, Gabriel Sanchez coming to pit road. Final drivers putting the insane work in. Fuller to Johnson, a second now. Karlavich is going to be he's going to be up 7 in that spot. Sean Macklin working with Tommy Ryan for that top 5 momentum. Again, points, we were talking about it earlier. Cody Johnson needing 14 points to Dakota Long. He's going to be able to get that, but Mike Kelly is the driver. He has to out-race right now for those extra spots. Mike Kelly back to 22nd, and Cody Johnson currently in second. That 1 second gap here. Working to where it is. Turn 3. Showing the speed. 3 and 4 better for Johnson. 1 and 2 the betterment for Justin Fuller. Fuller away from the wall. A second the difference. Breaks into the corner. Good corner back up here. 1 and 2. A little bit better. Johnson trying to close in that distance. Turn 2 is where Justin Fuller does a great job of trying to extend. You're right, in and out of pit road. Ryan Newman in and out of pit road as well. Justin Fuller rolling. 27 drivers on the lead lap. First driver that would be off the lead lap, Doug Sigmund, the 1852 driver. We'll see Justin Fuller coming around that same corner. 1.1 second difference here. Jorgensen up to 15th. Split 3 wide. Drivers coming on pit road. JD, the driver there with him. Jorgensen. Side by side with the 46. JD's last lap found himself a 55.26, 55.82 for Jorgensen as these two continue to try to work forward. 46 trying to chase the 88. .46 trying to get the low lane on the 88. To the back bumper they go. Out of turn 1. This is for 14th. Right now a second a lap faster with 16 laps to go. But they have a 23-second deficit. Mike Kelly in 22nd. Working to Brian Workman. Sees a few drivers just ahead. Next week, it's going to be all about who's got friends, who's got teammates, who's going to be able to work together. This is the Toyota's lead the field inside the top 5. Chad Coleman, your first Ford. Tyler Dalton off 3, trying to work. There's the 81 of Parker, up 18 spots. Consistently the biggest mover of the race, Wesley Donaldson, up 11. Big hype, hold on to your butts. 15 laps to go. Anything can happen. JD trying to hold on to what he has. Half second the gap between he and Jorgensen Jr. These drivers have no worries about fuel. And again, a second a lap faster. Gonzalez came in on 33. 9 lap pressure tires in the field for the most part. Mike Kelly up to 19th. This is all about those points. It's about calculating and doing what you can. Justin Fuller to Cody Johnson, 1 1/4. Fuller managing. second back, this little three-pack. Marski is there. Marski is off the lead lap. He would be your lucky dog here as they try to catch up to Justin Fuller. But Doug Sigmund falling directly back to the 5-1. See him right in that gearbox. Thank you, Budgie, for the budgie. $57.35, Fuller 55.96, closing down. Back straightaway busy. Whole bunch of drivers in tow. There's that 60 truck. Sean Macklin closing in. Tommy Ryan right behind him. Tommy right to the back bumper. 13 laps to go. There's a lot to be said for every one of these drivers. Jorgensen Jr., 55.18. JD just ran a 55.52. Again, the strategy here. Everything you can ask for. Marski coming to pit road. A spot to be looked at. Bobby Wetzel off 9 from the start of the race, but still no big deal here. It's a big enough track to run it green. Jorgensen Jr. up to 14th. And a strong truck. And he and JD kind of worked their magic. Justin Fuller to the 04, gets around a 1.6 second deficit now as Cody Johnson tries to close in something here. 18 and the 99 trying to work to the back bumper of the 60. Little spots everywhere. Jose Gonzalez up 11, the 26. We haven't talked about him enough today. Jorgensen Jr. is on the back bumper of the 26. Chevrolet down to the back straightaway is going to be to the inside. It's going to have a big run of speed here. Randy Yoakum back here with Mike Kelly. Mike Kelly up 8, going around the 8. Now 9 to 16th. Trying to get a couple of more spots here with 10 laps to go. Mike Kelly doing a phenomenal job of running his laps the way he needs to. Needs a second faster a lap than several drivers ahead of him, or needs them to have a bigger issue. Josh Parker, 16 spots gained. Nelson Rivera just ahead. Wesley Donaldson up 12. Tyler Dalton off 3, still working forward. Chad Coleman 1 second ahead. We've had a complete green flag run so far. 10 laps to go. It'll be 9 this time by for Justin Fuller as he hits the front straightaway. Has a 2-second gap between he and Cody Johnson. Johnson pushed hard, falling off pace just a little bit here. The 60 there as well. Macklin, 3/4 of a second with Tommy Ryan. They try to do what they can. Parker to pit road. Gonna park it. Mike Kelly, another spot gained. JD just ahead. Oh, caution comes out. Ryan Newman. And that is all she wrote. It's free, right? Oh, it gets into the wall. Turn one wall. It's the inside wall. And just enough up the race line right there to bring out the caution. He'll be on pit road. There it is. Jinxed it. Justin Fuller, Cody Johnson, Carl Lavage, Sean Macklin, Tommy Ryan, Chad Coleman, Tyler Dalton, Wesley Donaldson, Nelson Rivera, Bobby Wetzel. And that shakes up everything. A caution for the first time tonight. As again, one more time, we're going to look at it for Ryan Newman here. We're going to back it up just a touch because you kind of got to look at it. So there is Ryan Newman on the back bumper of the 46. A big run here. Gets to the back bumper. Goes a little wall tap for the 46. Goes to turn into the corner there. And just runs the wall. Just enough into the wall to bam. Hit the left front tire on that one. And boom goes the dynamite. That's the way it is. Well, track position is everything. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? I believe we should see everybody on pit road. Yeah, I would say so. Doug Sigmund will be your lucky dog here. And we'll be back on the lead lap. Chance to come to pit road. Get some tires for himself as well. Gabriel Sanchez keeping on 46. Gabriel might just stay out here. Marsky will stay out, I'm sure. We'll see. We'll see how this one fares out. But Doug coming around is going to be your lucky dog. Free pass for the driver. Bryson Myers actually is staying out. He came in on 46. So he'll be your new race leader. So Marsky with an opportunity to come to pit road. May not see it. We'll see who's going to be able to have that race off pit road. It'll be Justin Fuller, Cody Johnson, Tommy Ryan, Carl Lavage, Chad Coleman, Tyler Dalton, Nelson Rivera, Bentley Glazier, Mark Jorgensen Jr. up to 10th. JD back to 16th. I think he just got stuck behind some traffic there. He was near number one pit stall, so we'll have to see how that one will fare out. Bryson Myers is going to be your race leader. Going to have to get out to a great jump here. Marsky did not come to pit road, so he's going to go all the way to the back. Barry Stevens, keep it on 57 himself. These drivers ran 55 laps green. Almost 55 laps green. Hold on. Let me do the, let me go back again here real quick. They ran, scroll, 57 laps green. Yeah, 57 laps green. How about them apples? We'll see it. 35 and 65 will get their lap back. 24 will elect the inside lane. Justin Fuller will have the outside lane here. It's the 5-9. Will work it. Bryson at a very big disadvantage tire-wise here. And we're talking 12 lap fresher tires. Bryson came out under green flag conditions, which means he's ran his tires hotter and harder than all of those drivers around him. Justin Fuller, Cody Johnson, Tommy Ryan, Carl Lavage, Chad Coleman, Nelson Rivera. Bryson, the only driver on the lead lap to stay out here. That wasn't a driver that came in on somewhere around that lap 46 mark. Gabriel Sanchez back on the lead lap. Doug Sigmund coming around is on the lead lap as well. So 27 drivers on the lead lap. Mick could have gotten his free pass there, but Bryson staying out did not help that situation. Bryson needing to do what he can here. We'll see how this one fares out because I believe it's going to come down to who's going to be able to hold on to it. Again, no fast repairs in this series, so because there is no fast repair, one mistake and you're done. Especially this late in a race, there's no rebounding. Will be 5 laps to go this time by as lap 60 ticks away. Pace trucks in. We're going to do it again, folks. Pitter patter, let's get at it. Green flag. Oh, baby, Justin Fuller having to switch there across the 08. 5-1-08 side by side. Bryson Myers is about to be swallowed up by a ton of drivers. 5-1 clears. 5-1 to the outside. Justin Fuller all the way to the bottom side of the racetrack. Fuller takes over. 24 now sees the corner. Tommy Ryan in tow as well. Karlavich. 24 seeing the 99 to the back bumper. 99 trying to hold on to the spot. 2x2 as the 60 looks to the inside. 99. 29. A moving chicane. 4 to go. Justin Fuller trying to hold off Cody Johnson. Now it is just a race. Jorgensen Jr. to the inside of Nelson Rivera. Jorgensen trying to work on carrying that momentum. 24 holding on. 22 is going to be there. Again, I talk about it being a moving chicane. That's exactly what you see. 24 down to block the 88. 4 wide as they go. 29. That 5 truck not making any friends right now. Blocking the lane. And a chance to win the race being taken away for some drivers that are fast back here. Nelson Rivera. Working, big crash out of the corner. Doy Woods, EJ O'Rourke, everybody. The 5 turned around. Bryson Myers backwards on the racetrack. Huge wreck out of turn 4. '49 on the inside, the 28 of Doy Woods upended. Huge wreck here. Watch this. Netcode City. Oh my goodness. Joe Hudson went to the inside. Doy drops into the corner. Just netcode into Seth. Upended. And then just ahead of that, you got Bryson Myers here, who was stuck in a rock and a hard spot. Just trying something different here. Big run. Freed up into the corner. Checks up the 18, gets into the 22, the 9. Massive implications. Justin Fuller, fastest lap of the race at 53.64. Thank you, Budgie, for the clip. Massive, massive implications. If that had worked out for Bryson Myers there, to be able to try to stay inside the top 10 had been great. Just there's such a disadvantage on tires out there. Trying to hold on to it. It's insane. Green, white, checkered attempt. Number 1 coming up for Justin Fuller, Cody Johnson, Karlavich, Tommy Ryan, Chad Coleman. Jorgensen has moved his way all the way up to 7th now. Marski is going to be your lucky dog here. He'll be back on the lead lap and a chance for him to come and get some tires and be competitive as well. Wesley Donaldson on pit road. Bobby Wetzel on pit road as well. Front damage for Bobby. Man. The Budgie Copter coming out for the field. Courtesy of the Budgiest. Thank you, Budgie. So look at this. Man. Look at that. That's just carnage. Oh. And there's just so much more happening in front of them. I want to go on board with the 5 of Bryson Myers here. Just into the wall. Clutched it in. I mean, he slid a long way. He slid from turn 4 all the way past the start-finish line into the... That's a long way to... It's a long way to slide. Out of turn 4. Boom, boom. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna crash. That's right. That is a long way to slide around that racetrack. Having that one. Lights are off on the pace truck. First attempt at green, white checkered coming up. 2 attempts total. Again, thank you to everybody for sticking around tonight. Make sure that you stick around at the end of this one. We always appreciate it. Fuller, Johnson, Karlavich, and Tommy Ryan, Chad Coleman, Mark Jorgensen Jr. Let's do it again. Let's go. 51, 08, 60, 99, 38, 19. 88, 25, 46, 2. Mike Kelly. Right where he needs to be right now when it comes to points and trying to take him over. Justin Fuller ready to go. Cody Johnson trying to win a race. It's mano a mano. Pace truck is in. Driver's ready to back up the corner. How about we do it? Restart zone. Green flag. 60 is going to be looking to the inside here. 08 with a big run. 60 there. 99 back out. 08. Good travel here. 2 laps to go. Oh, no. Somebody on the inside. It was Wesley Donald. No, it wasn't Wesley Donaldson. Somebody got checked up there. I'm not sure who it was. 3 wide behind as they go. Oh, no. Drivers into the wall back here. Hi. I don't know who it was. Justin Fuller, Cody Johnson. 99 of Tommy Ryan on the outside of the 60. Tommy pushing. This is for that top 3. JD behind Mark Jorgensen. They've been there all night trying something different. Fuller down to break it. White flag waves. 3 wide down into the turn 1. Tommy Ryan. Chad Coleman tight on the corner. Tommy Ryan clears. Coleman not clear. Tommy clears. 60 back to the inside. Fuller out of 2 onto the back straightaway. Tommy Ryan clears the 60. Down to break to draft, 60 in tow. Chad Coleman with a big head of steam. Coleman trying to go to the lead. Fuller, 3, 4. Battle for the win right here. 08 trying to send the corner. Justin Fuller onto the front straightaway. The Brickyard. All about it. Justin Fuller wins. Cody Johnson second. Tommy Ryan will be third. What an end to that race. 3 and 4 wide. Everywhere through the field. Biggest mover of the race, Mike Kelly. Doug Sigmund up 17 spots. Mike Kelly up 14. Having the day he needed. Fuller getting the win he needed. Cody Johnson went back-to-back trying to three-peat. Gets squashed by the 5-1. Well, not squashed. Great competitive race between the two. Gets that three-peat taken away. Tommy Ryan will finish in third, and a great day for him. Fuller will come home in victory lane. Your race results coming in. Mr. Johnson, thank you for the raid. Much love to you folks. I appreciate you. Here it is, my favorite part about getting rated. It's a literal pit stop, and I love it. Justin Fuller, Cody Johnson, Tommy Ryan, your top 3. Karlovich is going to be your 4th place finisher. Chad Coleman in 5th. Tyler Dalton, Bentley Glazier, Mark Jorgensen Jr. JD in the 46, having a good top 10 night. And trying that 2 pit stop strategy was kind of cool to watch. EJ O'Rourke is going to be your 10th place finisher. Mike Kelly, Jose Gonzalez, Sean Macklin, Doug Sigmund, Jeff Ryan, your top 15. Gabriel Sanchez, Randy Yoakum, Bobby Wetzel, your top 18. Down the rest of your race results. To be Hudson, Wortman, Myers, Donaldson, Livingston, Nelson Rivera, and Marsky on the lead lap. Barry Stevens, Austin Wright, Gary Wright, your top 28. Back down through the rest will be Foudy, Woods, Jatina, Parker, Ryan Newman, of course, Brian Macklin, Sean Anderson. And so 35 drivers that showed up today. A great end to this one. Thank you for the raid. Cody, I appreciate you. We'll talk to you in just a moment, of course, as Justin Fuller gets a much-needed win here in today's race. Phenomenal opportunity, phenomenal race, phenomenal way to put about it, and had a strong truck all race long. Came in, tried to save enough fuel for the long haul, thinking this one was going to run green the entire time, and what a way to battle there at the end. Congratulations on the victory, Justin. This was a fun one to watch, especially this last final laps. And walk me through your race, and congratulations on the win here.
Thanks. It's great to get another win in this series. We've had a rough season. We're trying to make a comeback here, so this definitely helps us. We're not in a safe spot for Talladega next week, though. This is one of my favorite racetracks, though. As much as I would much rather have been racing 6 miles to the west of here compared to here, this is still a really great racetrack and a lot of history here. So, but yeah, I put myself in a great spot with fuel, and we were going to make it. And that late race caution, I've lost so many races here on late race cautions at Indy. So I was like, well, here we go again. Here's another one. So, but luckily enough, we were able to still pull it off.
What'd you think about the lone guy staying out? I mean, now I know that there's always talk about just, you can't try if you never know until you try, but 12 lap pressure tires, big field. If that stayed green, does that help your cause or hurt your cause more so?
I mean, I was more concerned about the fact that I thought Cody was going to get by me there. Because I didn't really get through 1 and 2 very well on the outside trying to get by Bryson. So That was my biggest concern. I wasn't too worried about Bryson himself. It was just more so who's going to get around him first into the clean air.
Right.
Even though the draft is super powerful, getting that clean air and dirty in the air behind you when you're running qualifying laps essentially is pretty key.
Tell you what, I mean, it made for a good show and a spectacular wreck. That's for darn sure. So we'll go at that one. But a great battle between you and Cody. I know that when we look at how the points were stacked up coming into today's race, you were sitting 14th looking in. But this is a good night. This is a good night, and a lot of drivers had some bad nights tonight. Talladega's going to be all but about trying to make the playoffs. So that's a go for broke situation. But when it comes to next week, what do you need to do to focus on that? You got to lead a lap. You got to maximize points. What's the game plan next week?
Well, I just hate being in the position to begin with. I'm not usually in this position, so I don't really know what the game plan is next week. Chances are I'll probably just ride around until the end of the race and then go for it, or I'm just going to ride the entire race and just take what I can get, just to make sure we're there at the finish. So I think the points are updated. It looks like I got about I think I got a 36-point gap over the buffer by the looks of it. So I think I'll be okay. But we'll get a big field next week and anything can change. So I just got to be there at the end and maximize the day. And if we lead a lap, that's good. I'm not going to put too much focus on 1 point, though, and cost myself 30.
I'm looking at it. You're 12th in the points standings. And you went from, that's 2 spots gained. That's a huge night. You needed that kind of night. So, man, oh, man. I like it. This one's coming down to the wire, and you guys are putting on a dang old good show. Mike Kelly took over the points lead. For those who were catching up with me earlier, folks, he and Cody Johnson have a 4-point deficit to each other. So this is going to be about it's going to be about as exciting for the regular season championship as it is for the drivers trying to make it. Justin, much love, man. Congratulations. This was a good race. This was a fun race to call. 57-lap green flag run into 2 cautions at the end for an incredible green-white checkered, and way to control it, man. Give a shout-out. You get a victory here tonight.
Yeah, thanks to you putting on the broadcast. I'll definitely go back and piece through this tomorrow. I'm sure it was a good one, especially with all the different strategies there at the end or throughout the race itself. Thanks to WBD Diecast for sponsoring the series. Without any of the sponsors at Sim 500, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. Thanks to all the admins for what they do. Thanks to everybody in the race. That was a good race. That was a lot of fun. Aside from the track, it's not really that fun to race. It was fun nonetheless. Thanks to everybody that watched, and yeah, looking forward to next week at Talladega. See if we can get this unit's Toyota Tundra in the playoffs, and see if we can bring home a championship or at least make a run for it.
I like it, and what's going to be great about it is now it's just forward momentum. You may have had you may have struggled throughout the regular season, but this is momentum. Next week, we could see it again.
Absolutely. Maybe we're getting hot at the right time. That's all that matters.
That's what Matt. Hey, you know what? That's the what is it? The Logano mindset of things. You just get hot when you need to.
Correct.
That's right. All right, brother. We'll see you next week. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Have a good one.
That's Justin Fuller coming home in the old P2, and then Cody Johnson just raced us over, but he comes home P2 for the 08. I tell you what, man, this was an interesting finish. Justin was more worried about you getting around him on the first restart there, trying to maximize that. Man, walk me through the end of this race and what you guys had going on. I was watching other drivers kind of do their thing, but you could have settled for a P2 regardless, but a shot at it at the end of this one. Walk me through that. Congratulations on a P2, and the points have changed drastically now with Dakota Long out of this race. The regular season championship within grasp by a couple of spots for Talladega next week.
Yeah, it's fun. The points look good. I haven't looked at them. I don't know how they stack out, but coming in, Indies, I struggle with short run pace here. I can hold my own kind of a little bit on the longer run, but I don't know. It's just short run. I don't even think if I would have gotten around Fuller that I would have been able to hold him off, just because I struggle so much on pace, and the only reason I was able to kind of just barely hold on to him right there at the end is because of the draft. Just so strong at the end, or so strong down the straights that you can hold on to somebody for a few laps. But um, congrats to him. That was an awesome win, well deserved. I'm completely happy with the P2 because I didn't think coming in here that that I had winning pace to regardless, and I didn't. So we'll take the P2 and go on and ride around in the back and hopefully watch everybody battle it out at Talladega from the back and just make it to the end.
You're 4 points off of Mike Kelly for the regular season championship, with Chad 5 points behind you. So the top three, 9 points separate for that regular season championship. And if you have a 40-plus truck field next week, that regular season championship can pretty much go to anybody. But I know that this is about getting to the end and getting into the playoffs. So what do you try to maximize? Do you try to maximize playing it safe, or do you race for that championship next week?
I don't know. I guess it all depends, just kind of how the race plays out. If it looks calm, then maybe we'll stay where we're at. But just I struggle with super speedways just in general, just because I lack aggression, I guess you'd say, to throw the blocks and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily need to be in the front because I might just be in the way. So I'm just gonna play it safe and let everybody have fun. We'll just be there to get the points that we can get and see how it stacks out after that.
Brother, this one is always a ton of fun. 7 top 5s, 8 top 10s through 12 races here. And this one just adds to it. Indy's a P2 for you, and nothing wrong with it. Give you shout outs, my man.
I appreciate it, man. Shout out obviously to you for every week putting on an awesome broadcast that we can go back and watch. And like I said, my family members, they do check it out from time to time. I think my wife is watching, and my son, possibly my daughter, not sure. But shout out to the guys that we race with. Sean, I believe he'll be back next week. I'm not 100% sure on that, but and just shout out to the guys in here in the league that race together week in and week out and make it fun and make it give us something to look forward to on Wednesdays.
Cody, much love, man. Always a pleasure to get the chance to talk to you, and I look forward to seeing how this one shakes out next week. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. Looking forward to it. Just like I said, just trying to survive. That's it.
It's Talladega. I'm going to be trying to survive. I'm going to be holding on the edge of my pants. That's what happens. I know how well the Sim 500 throws together super speedways because we did the super speedway series, and when the trucks were all together there on that Friday night on the Midnight Thunder series, it was incredible racing. So I can only imagine what next week is going to be bringing. So good luck, and I look forward to seeing you.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
You too. Cody Johnson coming home in P number 2. He comes out and raids us out as well. Thank you once again for raiding us. Always a pleasure. And last but not least, this guy's always competing for a top 5 every single night. P3 tonight. Tommy Ryan coming home and knocking this one down. I think he had a fast truck. You're 4th in the points coming out of this race. You have a chance if something goes wrong next week, or you win and everybody else in front of you has a bad day. For the regular season championship as well. 4th in the point standing, 17 points behind Mike Kelly. But Talladega is anybody's race, and sometimes you have to be in position to have the position. And I know that you got some friends out there to help you next week. So walk me through this race. Congratulations on a P3, and talk to me about next week.
Yeah, I mean, the race was going my way. I was going to finish somewhere in the top 5 or something with fuel mileage. I mean, I was really trying to save it, just kind of worked out that way and got to halfway, and I was still, I don't know, I probably still had 7/10 of a lap or half a lap left. So I was like, well, I can burn a little more. Came out of the pit and then didn't have any draft help, so I was burning a lot of fuel. And then Cody came up there, and I let him roll, and then I just drafted with him and got up there with the rest of those guys and was looking pretty good. And then the caution comes out, and I knew it was going to get hairy, but had a great pit stop, came out 3rd or something, 4th, and went after it and held on and came out with a podium. So I'm freaking really happy about that. So it was fun.
You did in this race what I like to do, especially late in a run. If you can make it stick, you use the outside lane into these corners to make that pass, and it's a tough thing to do because you're pretty much into the throttle, out of the throttle, back into the throttle, just trying to make sure that you can turn and carry the momentum for the straightaways. And it took every corner but the final 2 corners to get around Jason there. That little battle right there was insane to watch.
Yeah, and the exit corners come up, exit walls rather. They come up really fast. So you better be correct on your exit, because there was one I went back and looked at it. I mean, I came within like clear coat of hitting the right rear, just as a safety barrier kind of took threshold there. But yeah, that was I hadn't been on the outside all night, so I mean I literally ran the bottom the entire night until on that restart I said, well, here we go, we'll see if there's any grip right here. I short fueled it a little bit to keep the looseness side of it, but I was hoping I wasn't going to be too tight. But worked out. This thing had some good runs off the top there.
You have 6 top 5s, 8 top 10s, and through the 12 races that we've had, you've been in contention for top 5s the majority of races that we've been able to watch. Some things have just fallen in your lap. Some things, as far as like cautions or anything like that, and sometimes it's just the racing of the nature of the beast, and the racing does what it does. But next week, Talladega. For the regular season championship, we get into the playoffs. Currently comfortable in P4, but if the field stacks up next week, if we're looking at how the points will work out, I mean, we're talking P13 is right there on the cusp of where one driver here could very well, if they have a really bad night, finish outside of the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's plate racing and Sim 500. I'll just throw this out there. It used to be really, really good. We could run green to checker with no real drama, and for the last several years, we almost make it to a pit stop, and someone does something really dumb, and there was some stupid stuff tonight. The cautions just should have never even came out. So guys have really got to understand what they're doing out there and don't make stupid mistakes, because I mean, I guess everybody's a hero at plate tracks, but hopefully if we can just get to a pit stop and kind of get the field separated, but that doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
When they get down to the last laps of these things, it's not much different what you see on TV. So it's every man for himself when it gets to that point. But yeah, I got some friends. I'll have some company out there helping, and we'll be trying to keep each other in the fight, so it'll be good.
That's what I like to hear, man. It's going to be a fight. Every bit of it's going to be a fight. It's Talladega. It's 3 and 4 wide racing when at all possible. I watched the Sim 500 Super Speedway Series run the trucks, and they ran green to green. Had to save a little bit of fuel, but they ran green to green for the 40 laps. It was insane to see that big of a field come in and do it. And I know that if that field can do it, I mean, majority of those drivers are in this league, so it's going to be exciting to see what's going to happen with that one. Tommy, congratulations on the P3, man. This is going to be insane next week. I'm going to be getting my abacus out with 6 calculators, and we're trying to keep live stats and all the cool stuff that's going on there. Man, oh man, this was great to see. Give your shout outs, man.
All right, man. Northern Towing Equipment, and thanks for Wesley putting this thing on with his WDB, whatever it is. I can never say that right, but yeah, and thanks for you guys putting on broadcasts and making us all famous. So thanks.
You guys are the ones making me famous. So I can't take credit for it. I just put it up, and you guys do all the work. You make my job that much better.
All right, man. See ya.
See ya. Tommy Ryan coming home P3, and great night to be said here again. Biggest mover of the race, Doug Sigmund. The 04 up 17 spots. Mike Kelly up 14. As Mike is your current points leader going in to next week at Talladega. Tomorrow night, the GT3 Series. coming on board here for the Sim 500 Racing League. Thank you to everybody for being out there tonight. What a fun race this was. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you folks get out there and have some fun with it. We're going to send our nice viewers on the raid over to somebody. I don't know who it is, but we're going to do it anyway. Who can we send it over? Spotter Daniel's out there again. We won't do that. Let's send you over to somebody who's racing or calling a race. How about SBRN? I like Southern Broadcasting Racing Network. I think they're only live on Twitch. So go give them some love for me. They're running. There's Pocono, the RRL Cup Series Season 5 race number 4 at Pocono. Make sure you give them some love. Be good, be safe, be kind. One of the most important factor of life, because without you folks, this couldn't be possible. So be good. I want to make sure that you guys go have some fun, okay? We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.